Hey everybody, here's our daily meditation for today, the 7th of May. If we were to use one word to describe God, I wonder what term we would use. I think I know what a certain Jonathan Edwards would say. And by Jonathan Edwards, I mean the Puritan theologian, not the contemporary deconstructed triple jumper. I think he would use the term beautiful, which might at first seem strange considering the breadth of categories we could legitimately use about God. But here's what he once wrote. For as God is infinitely the greatest being, so he is allowed to be infinitely the most beautiful and excellent. And all the beauty to be found throughout the whole creation is but the reflection of the diffused beams of that being who has an infinite fullness of brightness and glory. God is the foundation and fountain of all being and all beauty. Our verse for today is one biblical source for such thinking. Psalm 96 verse 6 says this: Splendor and majesty are before him. Strength and beauty are in his sanctuary. Splendor and majesty here describe God's royal magnificence, which is of course greater than any earthly king or kingdom. These, along with strength and beauty, are attributes of God himself. The psalmist states that when we apprehend God truly, we will see him as beautiful, for so he is. This is also the source of our true delight in God, namely when our hearts realize his true nature. Back to Jonathan Edwards, who wrote, Spiritual delight in God arises chiefly from his beauty and perfection, not from the blessings he gives us. This means that we are not to paddle in the shallow waters of the gifts he gives, but to launch out and swim in the waters of seeing and knowing the giver and his beauty. As believers, we can know confidently God's beauty as he himself has chosen to express it. This is primarily shown in three categories: Trinitarian love, creation's majesty, and of course the person and work of Jesus, all subjects too vast to comment on briefly in a format like this, except to say that we realize that God has graciously revealed himself to us in the gospel of Jesus. He has given us the ability to see his beauty, an ability not everyone shares. Because of spiritual blindness, his beauty and desirability are lost to the eyes of the unbelieving heart. They cannot see his glory, nor wonder at his beauty. They don't see it, and they don't get it. Everyone needs the light of understanding to see the beauty that we have all, having been made in the image of God, been longing for. But only when God shines this light into the darkness of human despair is it perceived with the eyes of the heart. Let us join together in praying for those we love and those around us who don't know Christ, that they, by God's grace and by means of our witness to the truth of the gospel, will one day see him who is the fairest among 10,000. God bless.